Hey guys, welcome to Tips and Tricks video. I'm gonna go over brackets. So, I got Minefield Outlawed level D24. This is all brackets chart, and it has jumps, bracket runs, it has all of the above that you probably expect from a bracket chart. I think Minefield Outlaw gives a very good idea of what it means to have good bracket patterns. I am going to play through the first sections of this chart, and I am going to let you digest it. Alright? And just relax and watch the chart. So, have you noticed something about brackets? Well, I haven't even asked any questions, so I don't think you probably expect me to say anything. What I want to say is brackets, the most important thing about brackets is that you want the player to face a certain direction. That is the most important thing about brackets, not the foot placement or anything that you probably think when you're playing a bracket chart. It's the direction the player is facing. Right? For example, look at this triple note right here. You can hit this two ways. You can have the right foot hitting blue-yellow, or you can have the right foot hitting red-yellow. In this case, if I hit blue, yellow, and red, it's gonna feel super weird because now we are twisting over and stuff hitting this next pattern. So how do we make it so that I want the player to specifically hit this red-yellow with the right foot? It's everything beforehand. In bracket charts, setup is everything. You know how I said in progression, in the chart in general, progression isn't everything. If you notice in this chart, we also have that progression going on. It's see, we're not moving that much, and then there's more harsher movements and stuff. There is progression in this chart, and also it goes from the yellow to looking red because the patterns are getting more dense. Now, in here, I'm gonna go back to talking about facing direction. So, this is the most important pattern to having us set up so that we are hitting red-yellow with our right foot. Because when we hit this pattern and end on the red-yellow, now our red-yellow is hitting with the right foot. And then these jumps reinforce the fact that this right foot should be on that red. Then on that last little hit, boom. There is no comfortable way to be hitting blue-yellow unless you're twisting around and facing the other direction. This is how you make a good bracket chart. You want to have everything beforehand lead up into facing a certain direction, because right after this, I want the player to face the other direction. How do I make them do that? These two patterns. These two patterns make it so that they are facing left still, but they're slowly, gradually gonna go to facing right. Now, the most comfortable way to hit this pattern is to hit so that the left foot is hitting red-yellow. That is good bracket charting. Alright? Another tip about bracket charting. I went over the first tip that's most important, which is facing the direction. Another tip is flow. Flow of the bracket. You want the brackets to flow in a way that feels natural. For example, let's say I had this pattern be something like this. Now, if this pattern was like this section would feel super awkward because now you are twisting your ankle around. You don't want to be twisting your ankle or twisting your body to hit these patterns that much. You want it to feel natural. So, I'm going to bring out the dancing bot. If you hit this red-yellow, you're hitting red-yellow, and now you have to twist your foot down so that it's hitting blue-yellow. That's super uncomfortable. So, that pattern I had beforehand, was this, right? Now you're hitting red, yellow. Look how the foot is positioned. This is how you hit it, right? Red, yellow. You are just gonna slide down to hit that blue, yellow, blue. It's natural. And it flows with the music because we're going from left to right, and naturally that foot wants to go to the right, right? It's just gonna drop down, hit that blue. And we're just gonna repeat that to reinforce that fact. This is all I want to get out of this tips and tricks for brackets. One, the most important thing is that you want them to face a certain direction, so you are gonna have patterns that lead up. You're gonna have patterns that lead up to facing a certain direction. And the second tip that you need to keep in mind is that it needs to have flow. This chart is moving from left to right, so this foot wants to move left to right too. You don't want it to twist around. Alright? That is good bracket charting. Good luck on charting brackets. I am Rinsty, and I hope you take these tips and put it into your charts. You can twist around the rules and stuff. You can do some crazy stuff depending on the music that you're charting, but try to keep those ideas in there. Thank you for watching my video. I'm Rinsty. If you have any questions, just throw me a comment or something, and I'll probably respond. I don't know. I'm just rambling. I'm having fun. I'll see you later.